The Click was a book series that became a movie.
Okay.
And
not the when you say Click, you don't mean the Adam Sandler movie.
QU.
Okay.
QU.
Okay.
Now they sold these books at Costco.
Nice. So you had access to them.
So I had access to them.
Yeah.
So my mom bought them, but at the
Kirkland made these books.
So on the back of the book, though, they said what all the girls had been up to. Like
since
like it was like summer, blah blah blah. Massey had her first kiss, no tongue though, and like it, like I wonder if we could
these
find
are adults writing this.
I know,
so gross.
I know, and I wonder if we can find one of the back.
No
ones.
tongue though.
There was one girl in the Clique who struggled with her weight.
Okay. What was her name? Did they give her like a big name?
And one of the things
Did they
on
give her
it,
a name like
yes,
Bessie?
this was it. And one of them was like Kristen or whatever is trying to stop eating because her pants are getting so, and it was like fat shaming this middle schooler so hard. And my aunt picked it up and was like, "What are you reading?" And I no longer was allowed to read it.
Yes, this one, Dylan's synopsis. When ESP clues her into the fact that guys, plural, like a girl who's not afraid to eat, it's all mozzarella sticks.
Wait, it said when she finds out that men like a girl who can eat, it's all mozzarella sticks from here on out.
Wait, did you hear for this Jenny Craig groupie?
This Jenny Craig, yeah, keep reading it.
No, and then it's will gaining 6 pounds make her regret trusting her 6.
Oh no!
Like I'm pre-period. Have not had my period yet reading this shit.
Dylan is so ready for her boy fest. She straightened her unruly red hair and permanently pressed boys out of her life. If only she could do the same for curly fries and caramel popcorn.
Oh my god! What the hell?
No, like, and you wonder why, like, women are so messed up.
What the hell?
Like, and this is this is what's so crazy.
We gotta keep reading this.
Wait, this is still...
Keep going.
Finally skinny after a bad bout of the flu.
Oh my god.
We'll stay skinny when she sees her mom smooching it up with her history teacher, because that's enough to make anyone yak.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, is that not crazy?
Wait, this is crazy. All these other characters are probably having a great time. This character's having the worst life. They're like fat shaming her, and they're like finally skinny because she had a disease. And also, her parents' marriage is falling apart.
Dylan finally skinny after she purposely got Lyme's disease.
We got to keep reading.
Dylan, thanks to the chemo, Dylan's finally her goal weight.
Thanks to the chemo.
Dylan's finally her goal weight. Now all she needs is a new wig for the home
2025 couldn't have come soon enough for Dylan. She loves Ozempic.
By the way, in the movie, she probably was like not even big. That's the thing is like they were never big.
We got to keep reading Dylan. Sorry. Keep looking for them.
Massey, second in command, who divides her time between sucking up to Massey and sucking down Atkins diet shakes.
Oh my god. What? This is crazy.
Like, isn't that crazy?
This person's fighting for their life. This is crazy.
Oh no, she's not even big at all. No, she's so
God.
small. She's skinny. She's my goal weight. Dylan gained 6 pounds. Oh, this is the one that my aunt read, and so no longer could read them.
Okay,
Dylan gained 6 pounds over break and feels totally fat. Hopefully, she'll burn it all off trying to catch a boyfriend on the Valentine's Day love struck dance. That one's like the least bad one.
Yeah, that's actually, I mean, it's still bad, but the other ones we've read are so bad that doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan's fighting for her life. That's crazy.
But
Caroline,
part of the young adult books is like the kissing of it all, because obviously kids are obsessed with kissing. And I remember,
which is kind of weird that like
an adult's writing it.
Yeah, because it's like kissing leads to what? We know where it leads to, but they are not, you know what I mean?
No, it's just kind of weird for her to be like, I mean, like, but like kissing, like, I remember when the most popular girl has her first kiss, and like this was the big plot, is that the girl that the popular like head girl likes, he ends up choosing like the poor girl, which also is so crazy. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but like I don't remember being younger and being like, well, they're poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was more about like, are you hot? Mm-hmm. Are you like, you know what I mean? Like in the things of popularity, it was like, are you hot? Do boys like you? Not like, oh, your dad's a construction worker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, kids don't care about that shit.
They don't care about that.
But anyway,
I'm trying to think if there were any, like, I mean, it was hard. I grew up in a town where a lot of people had money, except for my family. You see my house. But, like, I'm trying to think if there were, like, hot girls that were poor. And there really weren't. I remember if you were, like, really gorgeous or good looking as a guy, they'd elevate you. You get a pass to the top because you look so good.
No, and I think women are the same way. Like, I think if you were, like, really attractive, it didn't even matter.
It didn't matter. Yeah. Now, eventually, they would, like, turn their back on you and pull some
I do think,
warfare.
though, if you were wealthy, you could buy friends by having, like, big parties.
No, and that would happen a lot, honestly. Like, in my town, like, a lot of rich kids kind of, like, bought their... Like, because they had access to things that other kids didn't, they would... In high school, they'd always throw big parties and, like, whatnot.
You brought up the ClickBooks.
Because they have an epic quick change moment.
Well,
that was the only reason.
Does Dylan do it?
Well, I imagine it's hard for Dylan to get her clothes off.
But, like, Dylan does a quick change while shoving 5 mozzarella sticks down her throat.
By the way, she's a kid. Everyone's eating mozzarella sticks. She's a freaking kid.
Uh-oh.
So crazy.
Dylan has to do a quick change because she got honey mustard all over her blouse.
No, and they wonder why
Luckily, she's used to this.
They wonder why we're messed up. Also, like, sometimes I get, like, on TikTok, like, these really sad edits, and it's always to, I used to float. No, I just fall.
And that I just pictured Dylan just one mozzarella stick.
We're all gonna get Dylan edits after this.
And then another mozzarella stick.
I hope. But so I always get them, and like they're always something that you didn't realize was like really sad.
Yeah.
And like in the first season of the Kardashians, and this is why I'm so happy that Kourtney has Travis now and like didn't end up with her baby daddy. Mm-hmm. He was like, when we met, you were like 10 pounds thinner, and I just kind of liked you at that weight. And she's, by the way, thin as a needle when he's saying this. Or the other one is like Monica, like from Friends. Like they're always talking about how she was fat, and they're always like, she's never good enough for her mom. She's never, and everyone's like, Ross, and Ross is a loser.
Yeah, he is.
I love Ross.
Anyways, I get those, or like, America's Next Top Model, when they're like, well, she's really fat. She's gonna really have to work hard in this competition.
She's 125.
Yeah, she's like so thin. But I wonder with like,
she could be on a lightweight rowing team.
Yeah, like she would be the coxswain, like whoa. But I'm wondering with like
they would put her in the back though. Let's be honest. Just kidding.
I'm wondering if like the rise of like all of this, and we like talked about this last week, but with the rise of everyone being able to like get very thin, if we're gonna get back here.
I think we're getting there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
too.
we are getting there, honestly. If everyone's thin, then the standard just gets raised.
Another thing I've been thinking about is when I scroll on Instagram, there are signs that people broke up. And if you're ever wondering, like, did these people break up? Here are the signs. Number 1, obviously the photos are deleted. That's like number 1 sign.
Yeah.
Number 2, slutty pictures. And then number 3, the most, like if I'm face, number 2, slutty pictures. Like if there's face-tuned pictures, it's over.
We're talking guy, right?
Yeah, this is guys, right?
If I re-download the Facetune app, I'm single.
Okay.
But number 3, and this might be...
What about the Visco link?
Oh, yeah, Visco link's back.
Yeah.
But number 3, the craziest thing that you can do, and I used to think it was just like fun and games, like I like this song, but now I'm like, the craziest, most cryptic thing you can do is put a song on your story. Yeah. If you put a Taylor Swift song on your story, you broke up. If you put a Lana Del Rey song on your story, he cheated.
Wow.
And if you're putting not just the song on there, but the lyrics.
Yeah, the pop-up lyrics. By the way, does anyone like sit and listen to someone's song in their story? I feel like that's the most pointless thing.
That's what I'm saying. You're just doing that to tell everyone, like, this is my mood today.
You know what's interesting between guys and girls? There's like a phenomenon happening where, and I'm a little bit not victim, I'm a little perpetrator of this too. Like, men don't delete their exes on Instagram. No, like men will just be like, they'll be like, yeah, I dated that girl, I'm leaving her up. Because we already don't have enough pictures.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, I only got like 6 pictures.
And as a woman, I actually really appreciate that because I need to know her handle. You
need to know her handle.
How am I going to stalk her if you deleted all her photos? I'm going to have to go through your tagged photos. I know that bitch had those. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to find like your friend's birthday party and see who you're standing next to.
The way that women will erase someone from their history is really crazy.
I never knew you.
Yeah. No, like gone. Completely gone. Like just oh, it's incredible. Men are we just don't have, our history is already
It's like they went into the witness protection program.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah.
And men are just like, we don't really have much of a history, and you're a good portion of it, so we're going to have to keep you because that's a good photo of me.
That's a good photo of me.
You know?
And also another thing that men do is like they keep all the gifts and like I don't know if I have any trace of any boy. Like any letter you sent, anything, any Polaroid pictures.
Okay, you know what's funny? I have all my stuff from my ex-girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
It's in a box underneath my bed, and I'm like, I should just throw all this out. But for some reason,
no, I don't think you should. I kind of wish I had kept some things just because like it's almost like would be fun to like go through and look.
I don't want to look at it though.
Yeah, I think get rid of it.
It's not painful. It's just kind of like awkward.
You're awkward by yourself. Well, this is literally Sex in the City.
Yeah.
There's the Carrie finds the perfect man. I've been seeing this on TikTok, and I watch Sex in the City this year, so I know this. Carrie finds the perfect man. She's sitting at the fountain at Central Park. They're sitting next to each other. They start talking. She's like, oh my God, this is literally my dream man. Everything about him's perfect. They spend the night. Everything's incredible, but she finds a box.
Of all the ex stuff?
Yeah. And she's trying to break it open.
Why is she snooping around in the first night?
Such a mess.
That's crazy.
But no,
to just like go look through people's things on the first night.
And it's also hard because with the letters, which is why I think that people should delete letters from their exes, is you're reading the letters and you're like, oh wait, they like left me and were like so sweet. Like in your mind, your ex needs to be a bad person.
Yeah.
Your ex needs to be up there with Hitler and Osama bin Laden. It's Osama bin Laden,
you need to be able to send in
he wanted
Team
to
6 to assassinate.
me.
Yeah, like when I talk about my exes, I'm like, oh my, you wouldn't believe what he did. And like I say it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like they were fine.
That's
why you have to delete the evidence, because once you start digging, you're like, the note is like so kind.
I know. I remember some of the notes and letters that my ex-girlfriend like wrote me. She also had like, I feel like she had dyslexia because I remember like reading it and she was like all misspelled and like.
Well, imagine being a woman.
It was like letters were like it was like a backwards R. Like I was like, God damn, you're really dyslexic.
Well, no. The problem was that she was only in 7th grade.
That's right. Yeah.
She wasn't. Her reading comprehension wasn't great. But no. As a woman, like a man will write you a really sweet note and you're like, this handwriting is.
It's so bad. That's the ick right there. You go back, you're like, oh my God, he was so sweet. And you're like, ew.
And I dated this one guy who actually was so smart, like perfect score on the SAT or something, like actually such a brilliant person. And like the handwriting was unbelievable.
So bad.
Like I can only imagine Elon Musk's handwriting is like just garbage.
My handwriting is really bad. You know what really kind of freaks me out? Sometimes I'll be walking in New York City and like sometimes you see homeless people in New York City and a lot of them make signs. Yeah. And sometimes I'm walking by, I'm like, that guy's got better handwriting than me.
Yeah, it's like in bubble letters,
I'm
calligraphy.
Like, God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that is some good.
Sometimes
he has a sign that says, I lost it all. I'm like, well, apparently not your calligraphy skills. All right. You've kept something.
Yeah,
you right?
Honestly, like I imagine you would make a mean scrapbook.
Yeah. Somebody hire this guy.
You know, the thing about like this is like kind of a crazy subject. The thing about like homeless signs is like sometimes like it's a lot of marketing, like with who gets money. Because every once in a while, like I'll see a sign that I'm like I saw one guy that was like, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And I was like, that's honestly funny.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not giving money to a homeless person who might use it for drugs. I'm giving money to a comedian.
Yeah.
I'm helping one of my own. Like that's kind of how I feel. Like when you like honestly, and actually Tommy has a take where he's like, I don't want to give money to a talented homeless person because I know that like they're
gonna earn.
They have the skill.
Yeah, they're gonna earn.
I feel the exact opposite. When I see like talent or something, I'm like, I gotta support an artist.
Yeah. I think I feel the opposite too, because I'm almost like, all right, you're going out there.
Yeah.
You're like, it's almost like a Broadway musical. They're like, I'm gonna show them. Like I'm gonna win my house back.
And you want to know where I really give money is if they're putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
And they're bad.
You give money when they're bad?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, that micro rendition was really bad.
Oh man, no. Part of me is like, listen, honey, this is New York City. You're gonna do it. You're gonna have to be better than that. All right, listen. New York City is the toughest city to live in for everyone. I don't care if you're CEO or homeless. Yeah. This is like the World Series of homelessness. It's very hard to be here.
Yeah, it's very hard.
There's no alleys. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no alleys. Where do you sleep? It's all just sidewalk.
Also, like the competition is so
much
heavy.
Competition.
Like every block there, I only have so many dollar bills.
Yeah. Also, go to LA. Oh my God, you could be homeless like on a beach.
Yeah. The weather's bad.
It's so nice. It rains here. It snows here. It's windy. The people are the meanest. No, they're not the meanest, but like generally, there's a lot of them. And they're
but
not
on the
like,
flip side, you could, if you can get on the metro,
That's
you got a
right.
free ride anywhere.
That's right. Yeah, I guess the subway is a good benefit.
And they say the cops are going to kick the homeless people off the trains. I'm sorry, they're too busy playing Temple Run on their phones.
Yeah,
they're too busy playing Candy Crush.
I've seen a lot of cops just
playing on their phones.
I've seen them live stream on TikTok. Yeah,
no, and it's no hate to the cops. I'd be doing the same.
What was that woman a couple years ago who did the live streams that was just like, yum yum
yum yum
yum yum?
Yeah, that's the cops.
They're like, oop, you're under arrest. Oop, you're under arrest.
Bang, bang, underage kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think and we can't even blame the cops because we're all trying to make it big on TikTok, including them. They're just like cops. They're just like us.
They need a side hustle. They don't get paid well.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing is the cops are too busy. They're on their phones.
They're on their phones. Yeah. But the homeless, okay, so you brought up like that sign that says $20. But I remember as a kid, outside of Yankee Stadium, there was always a guy who his sign would say, not gonna lie, I just want a beer. Like, and he would get a lot of money.
Yeah,
because he was just like, I'm just one of the bros at the end of the day.
He's next to a woman with a dog that's like struggling and a child, and it says single mother, please help.
Yeah, she has a full side of giant box that holds a TV, and it's just like. And long story about fleeing a war and like losing a kid.
She's a refugee.
And like all this, like a whole long story that they'll turn it into an HBO series one day. And the guy next to her has a sign that says, I just want a beer. And everyone's like, all right.
He wants a beer.
He wants a beer. Yeah.
Hey, buddy, we have an extra ticket. Come on
to the game. Yeah. Come hang with us. Yeah. Listen, marketing's marketing. It's a cruel world, but you got to learn to market yourself.
You do. And it's sometimes like.
What would you do if you're homeless? What would your thing be? I feel like you'd sing, right?
Oh my God, I would totally sing.
Yeah,
you're right. That's what I would do. But I would sing like, maybe I would sing original songs.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a risk. I would do covers if I were you.
Really, you think?
Yeah, because you gotta do covers.
What would I cover?
How many times do you want to hear original songs? How many times have you been to a concert and the guy's just been like,
"You're
singing for a new album"? You're just like, all right. I think you sing some Whitney Houston.
Wrecking Ball.
Oh well, as you guys know, this is part of my lore.
Wrecking Ball would be good.
I sang Whitney Houston. I Have Nothing, which is probably what I should
sing.
That's
great.
I sang that at a karaoke contest and I won $100.
Actually, this is the first time I've ever wanted you to sing on this podcast.
Okay,
so can you sing a little bit of what's it called? I Have Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not warmed up.
Okay.
And it's kind of
early.
It's the morning.
It's early.
Don't let me close one more door. I don't want her anymore. That was kind of a bad riff.
It's
anymore.
Okay.
Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me now. I have nothing if I don't have you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that's what I'd sing if I was homeless. Wait,
that was
maybe
good.
I should.
That was really good.
That was good.
I had one kind of nasty riff.
It's okay. It's early.
It's early.
It's right. It's 6 a.m. No, that
and
was
I won
great.
$100. I won $100 at a karaoke competition, and the person who told me about the karaoke competition got second, which I kind of feel bad about.
Ooh. Well, at least they placed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think I would give you money if I heard that. It's also
over the person who walks in and is like, "Hey, I have kids at home."
I know, but like you singing "I Have Nothing" so well,
and it's kind of funny.
But like, okay, you would also have to. You would also have to. Obviously, singing is not enough nowadays.
Would you do stand up?
That's I don't think anyone wants that.
No, they don't. But singing isn't enough. You think I need choreo?
Yeah, you need choreo. I mean, listen, you have to compete.
But, okay, and this has
Showtime. You remember the Showtime people? If you don't know what Showtime is, if you're listening or watching, in New York City, there's these guys who go on the subway and they go, "It's Showtime."
With the biggest JBL speaker you've ever seen in your goddamn life.
Yeah.
The biggest JBL speaker.
And then
they walk in, they go, "Showtime."
Yeah.
Showtime, and they are kicking single mothers in the face while they swing around
That's right.
on a pole.
There's typically a main pole in every subway car, the stripper pole, and they have to they vacate people off it. Or excuse me, darling, and they get everyone off, and then
these elderly people that were holding on to it are like
they're flying around. Yeah. So they're doing all these backflips. It mostly like they have a hat on, like a flap rim that they like roll down their leg and flip up onto their head, and like. I've seen a few guys.
And this is why we need to bring back TV shows like America's Got Talent, because if we don't have those shows going on, these people are going to be in our subways.
Yeah.
But
I think they are still going on. And by the way, I've seen that show. Those guys wouldn't even place. I mean,
yeah.
Other people are just doing incredible stuff.
You want to know what one of the talents that are always in America's Got Talent, which is like,
is it a family thing?
No, it's this. Every single year, there's someone who changes clothes quickly, like it's like quick changes. Like they throw a bag of glitter on them and then they're wearing a different dress. And it's like,
seen it.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Like, not to be mean, like that's very cool.
Seen it.
But it's kind of just like, okay, well, this amputee is playing the ukulele.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, you did a quick change. Good for you.
And how many times?
Oh, you bought a quick change outfit? That's really all it is.
And
right?
how many times can we do the quick change?
I'm unimpressed by it.
I'm a little unimpressed too.
Yeah.
Like Katy Perry was doing that in her first world tour.
Yeah.
I did that when I was 16 in my high school play.
If I go to
no
Disney
one
World
even noticed,
and I can see your talent, they do that in Disney World, I think.
I've done a quick change too. I've been in a hurry.
I've been in a hurry too.
I've
Yeah.
been in a hurry.
One time I was in an empty subway car and I changed between the two stops.
Yeah,
Really?
I did too, actually.
Yeah,
I've
it
done
was
that
actually
too.
really risky because as we were pulling in, tons of people on the floor,
Wait, what do you
and
mean
I
you
wasn't
changed
quite
in
done.
Wait, what do you mean you changed in between the two stops? What do you mean?
I was with my friend.
Oh, you were in an empty subway car and
Yeah.
no one was in it. And you
I've
changed
actually
in
done
it.
this too, but I was in a subway car with people.
Did you get like naked?
I put a
Yes,
skirt
bare
on.
bare ass.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yeah, I was desperate.
Damn.
What? Why
thought-
could you not go to like a Starbucks?
I was going to a party and we were late.
Good for you though, for doing that.
Yeah.
I thought you guys meant you changed in between the cars,
No.
like in that outside part of the subway. That would be ballsy.
That would be ballsy.
Yeah.
No, that'd be scary.
Which reminds me, one time we saw a Showtime guy.
Time guy?
We saw a Showtime guy, and a homeless person gave him $1.
Yeah, we did.
awesome.
We did see that. We're like, damn, dude. I guess game respecting game a little bit.
Game respecting game.
It's kind of like when you, as a comedian, when you go to an open mic and you like laugh at another comedian's jokes.
Yeah,
You know, you're
totally,
like, listen,
totally.
we're all trying to make it out here.
That actually reminds me of the cliche in a movie where the teenager leaves the house in one outfit, and then they like rip off the
Yeah, they're
skirt.
like going to Bible study, mom.
Yeah.
And then they get in like they rip whatever, and then
Their friends are drunk driving. They picked them up.
then they hop in the Corvette. It's always a 2-seater that they, you know.
The friends are sitting on top.
Yeah, so they have to hop in because doing the awkward. By the way, is there anything worse than trying to get into the back seat of a 2-seater with you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean the like you have to like contort your body to like get in. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
They usually hop in the back.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
It's always the boyfriend picking them up, and they're always drunk driving.
And they're always like the girl's always 16, the boy's like 18, but like
really 23.
Not a good 18.
He's like, you know, when
And
like
actually a 24, really.
you know,
Yeah.
in like college basketball where they like stay to play another year. It's like
Yeah.
that. Like he's like a 7th year senior.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's never good.
They don't make it easy to get tickets to concerts. You got to sign up for the pre-sale, get in the queue, and by the time you get through, you know what? All the tickets are gone. Going to a concert should be about the show itself, not the virtual line. Lucky for me, I use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. I know this for a fact because I went to the Brat Charlie XCX tour and I waited because I knew that the Game Time tickets would go down. So now I'm looking right now for Katy Perry Lifetime Tour. As you know, we're going to be requesting songs. I'm making a poster. So you go to Game Time Picks right here and then it shows you the prices. There's literally floor tickets for $214. That is a absolute steal. So I'm going to buy these Katy Perry tickets right now. What are you waiting for? Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code NOTHANKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code, all caps, NOTHANKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time.
Have you been seeing what's going on with the America's favorite couple, the Biebers.
The Biebers.
Yeah. Your doppelganger.
I have seen what's going on with the Biebers.
Yeah.
Haley's on Vogue. We're really happy for her. And people don't believe this because I have made videos making fun of Hailey Bieber. Huge Hailey Bieber fan. I love her.
I love Hailey Bieber
I
too.
love her street style.
Yeah.
I think she's classy as hell. I think I really like Hailey Bieber a lot. I just like to make fun of things.
Yeah. I know, but also it's perfect because, like, I mean, you look like Hailey Bieber.
If she would freaking dye her
looks like
hair
you.
back blonde, that would be really helpful for my career.
It would help your career so much.
When I went to the Mew
you get on SNL next season.
Yeah, when
she does her hair blonde tomorrow, you're getting on.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So when I went to the Mew Mew thing, yeah, she looks like me there. When I went to the Mew Mew thing and they took my digitals, which is what they call it when they like take your photos without makeup on, they were like, "Do people tell you look like a certain person?" I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "It's really." He had an accent. He was like, "It's quite remarkable."
It's quite remarkable.
He was like, it's really shocking. Like, you
That's
really
good.
do look that much younger. But
That's
anyways, I like Hailey Bieber a lot. I think she's a smart businesswoman. I think she's paved a good life for herself.
Yeah.
Road Beauty, I've never tried it.
Apparently, it's selling out.
Love the marketing.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love, my favorite part about the marketing is how her whole marketing strategy is just how close can she shove the product into her mouth.
Yeah, or like she has it in her bikini.
Yeah, she has it like tucked in between
She's
her
basically
labia.
using it as a tampon.
Yeah. Yeah, the Road product. I wish we had something here, but like she's always has it up around her mouth. She's like rimming her lips with it.
It's really on
Yeah,
her,
she's like, I mean, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Can we go back? Can we show this?
The glazing milk.
Can we show this?
The glazing milk, she has it on her face and it looks like something else.
Okay, yeah, the glazing milk, which by the way, crazy name for a product.
Also, I can't believe it's that pigmented.
She has it all over her face in a way that you might see at the end of a certain type of video. Okay? And I mean, that's crazy. That's worse than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's always like really sexual, but like
wait, look at it on her fingertips too.
Oh my god.
She has it near her mouth.
It's surprising she doesn't have it just like in like
I know. What if that's crazy.
Yeah, it's always weirdly sexual.
Yeah, and then even with like that thing, it's like phallic shaped things that she has near her mouth.
And I wonder if it really helps sell it because
absolutely
women
does.
are her though, the people she's selling it to, but maybe it's because like women are like, "Oh, I want to be sexy."
Yeah, no, but I think sex sells to both men and women.
Well, she's smart. That goes back to like our point that she's like a really great businesswoman.
Yeah, so Haley's killing it. Justin, on the other hand, he's having a tough go.
Child stars, especially at his level.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't in the Disney machine. He was like
He was his own machine.
Full A-list.
Yeah.
Like there was like no one taking care of him. Child stars at his level, they've paid their dues.
Yeah.
Almost as if victors from the Hunger Games. You know how if you're a victor at the Hunger Game, you're kind of taken care of for the rest of your life? He's paid his dues.
Yeah.
We got to leave Justin Bieber alone.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's actually
gotta
really
leave him
sad?
alone.
Yeah.
He's like Finnick.
He's like Finnick.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have to leave him alone. We asked way too much of him as a kid. We abused him. Leave him
you know
alone.
what else is really bad that I also partook in? But like the way that for some reason guys and even just like the media, like we'll see like a little kid, like I don't know how he was like 13. He was like just singing a song. He's like, I love you.
And they'll be like, they'll sexualize him.
Well, the women would be like, let me know when he turns 18. They'll do that. And then the guys would be like, this guy's fucking gay. And he's just a 13-year-old kid. And it's like one side wants to have sex with him. The other side is calling him like gay and making fun of him.
You need to remember
there's
that like
no one. Oh, the only people that adore him are the people that like the fandom
fans.
that would like literally maul him if they ever saw him in public. He had that like
unbelievable run.
That sensation of like I remember like he caused a riot at the mall on Long Island that I went to as a kid. You ever hear that story?
No, I didn't.
So he in like 2009 or 10, I think he said, or his manager said that he was going to appear at like I don't know, a Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, Hot Topic.
Or Hot Topic at the Roosevelt Field Mall on Long Island. And I remember I was in middle school and every girl like took the day off and went to the mall. Now this event was never like publicly announced or something. It was like, or the store didn't know about it or something. He caused a riot. They actually arrested Scooter Braun because of it that day because he caused a riot. Like literally,
that's not his fault.
They like
though.
you know the railings at the mall, the glass. They broke the railings and like glass fell down to the second level.
Little like 7th graders were, like falling off.
Yeah, no one fell off, but like they like kind of destroyed the mall.
I mean, My World 2.0 is such an unbelievable album.
And he was like 2 singles in, by the way. He was in like my number one guy, you're my number one guy, whatever that song was. And then like I don't think
One
Baby.
Less Lonely Girl.
Yeah, One Less Lonely Girl.
No, Baby's on My World.
He didn't have Baby out yet.
No.
So this is pre-Baby. So I think he was just such a sensation.
There is nothing more powerful than a teenage girl fandom.
No,
there's
nothing.
Nothing.
If I could have one fandom, it'd be Teenage Girl.
Yeah.
And there's no way for me to ever get them because to them I'm like so old and raggedy and gross.
Yeah,
I also just like don't think that's good for your brain.
No, his brain's complete. I mean, the dichotomy between Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber. You got Hailey Bieber who's doing Road, cover of Vogue.
She
smoothie.
works hard.
She's got a smoothie.
She works hard.
She's got a smoothie, and then you got Justin Bieber who's like fent walking down the street. All right, he's like he's not doing well. And you know what I mean? Like he doesn't look good.
But also like what kind of bothers me is
unfair.
like Hailey like honestly is like probably going so like she probably comes home and like has to deal with him and all of his PTSD, and yet we're like shitting. We have to stop hating Hailey Bieber. Like it's crazy.
No, I like her.
I like her too.
She's killing it.
Like when there was like that tiff between her and Selena Gomez a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
All of Hailey's comments were like, bitch, you're so ugly. You look like handsome Squidward. Hailey Bieber is, first of all, she looks like me, so she has to be beautiful.
Yeah.
But she's objectively beautiful.
Yeah.
And then on top of that.
By the way, handsome Squidward has the word handsome in it.
Yeah, and also handsome Squidward. Handsome
So,
Squidward.
you mean good looking?
Gorge.
Yeah,
And
the joke of handsome Squidward was that Squidward isn't good looking, and now he is good looking.
so, okay.
That's like the point.
The other thing, yeah, she's handsome Caroline.
Handsome Caroline.
It's me and then handsome.
Yeah.
But then something that pisses me off is there was a TikTok of a girl when all of that was happening a couple of years ago where she was like, life could be worse. You could be Hailey Bieber. And I made a response video and people disagreed with me, but I was like, oh, you mean like a millionaire who's like
what are you
beautiful?
talking about?
I would give anything to be Hailey Bieber.
These people, what do you mean life could be worse? You could be Hailey Bieber. You mean just successful, have your own business?
No, I would love to be Hailey Bieber.
Sign of beauty?
I don't think that they're perfect. Obviously, there's something that doesn't seem like totally 1,000,000% right with Justin Bieber, but like the way that we talk about them is insane.
I know it's not good, and like I don't know. I wish them the best. You brought up though Selena Gomez, and I do think I saw this on Twitter. But
Selena Gomez posted like a quote that was like, I don't remember what the quote was, but it was something sweet. And then she wrote on it, you know who you are, I'm rooting for you. And it was the day that all of this happened. And then she went and liked one of Hailey Bieber's ads for Sephora. So people think that Selena Gomez was showing
listen, I think that like, honestly, all this like stuff, these people that like look, oh my God, they unfollow, all that, like that's a little crazy. Like we all need to relax. All these celebrities are probably talking to each other way more than anyone realizes. They might even be texting.
I also think that like I would if there's some like
drama,
heat or smoke somewhere, like of course I just want to stay relevant.
Yeah,
like, it's my job to stay relevant.
Sometimes you fan it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to fan the fire.
Like if there's shit going on.
Like let's say you and I were super famous, right?
Yeah.
And then the media has this narrative that we don't like each other. I mean, I might text on the side, but publicly I might.
Yeah, of
I might
course.
fan it a little bit.
I mean, I think Sabrina and Olivia are probably.
I might
friends.
do some subtweets.
Of course.
I'd be like that blonde bitch, and people are like, "Oh my God, is he talking about?" But that's just me.
Yeah,
that's just me fanning.
No, I completely agree, especially with this.
Yeah.
But about Selena Gomez.
Oh yeah, I saw that she launched her own line of Oreos, which is great.
I love Selena. I've always loved Selena. I think her first album is actually okay.
I
love all of her
We know
music.
you're a big Selena fan. We know.
But can I just say the Oreo ad? I'm sorry. Is there Ambien in those Oreos? Like are those Oreos got Xanax in them? She's literally like Oreos. Like,
yeah.
Like they tried to do like a goofy ad, when like the bloopers and they're like, oh no, like the Mario. I said Mario, haha. But like
they're like so fake.
But she's like actually like.
Is it bad that the package looks like the color of red wine? Like it's like she's gonna be dipping the Oreos in red wine as opposed to like milk. Oh my God, they come with like lupus medication inside of them.
Yeah, it's like, and I love my girl Selena.
No, we love her. Now the Oreo design, like the Oreo, why the cookie doesn't
it's
even.
It's so random.
It's random. No one asked for it. Someone had a funny
tweet. By the way,
tweet.
it's the same flavor. Like, why don't we get?
Yeah, she just put her. I mean, how?
Like, why doesn't she get a different
so
flavor?
Funny? We're in a bad state in the world when like rich people are just like, my signature's on an Oreo now. Like, that's not good for society.
Why didn't we give her she had that cooking show. Like, why didn't she have like
someone had a really funny tweet this morning that was just like, do you guys think we're gonna miss stuff like that when we're all slow roasting a squirrel over a fire to eat?
Like, God, I would love a Selena Gomez Oreo. And then you know how people are like the SpongeBob mac and cheese tastes different. It's like, oh, the Selena Gomez Oreos, they just taste better.
Different. Yeah, because it's got SSRIs in it. That's why.
Yeah, there's Valium in them.
Yeah, there's Valium in the Selena Gomez Oreos. Yeah, I mean, these designs, like, I kind of wish they put her face on it.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's like, this flavor is like, what's the flavor? It looks like a chocolate and a vanilla.
It's like cinnamon.
Ew.
Oh, so there is a flavor. Sorry.
It's cinnamon because she's like a little Latina.
Yeah, like what if it came with a
spice.
tahini rim?
Yeah.
A tahini rim around it?
Yeah. There's salt rim. This is racist, but there's salt rimmed Oreos.
There's salt. That's what I'm saying. The tahini.
The tahini rim. Yeah, I wish the designs were better. I mean, why not put her face on it? That would have been fun. Like, what is this stuff?
There's her and Benny Blanco.
Look, they have her kidney.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. All right.
Also,
I thought this was a comedy podcast.
The girl who gave her kidney, who is a hero, by the way. The girl who gave her kidney is a hero.
And they're not even friends anymore.
Well, that's my thing.
That's
is the girl
crazy.
who I believe her name's Francia.
Does that happen a lot?
She's a hero, and to be honest, like, I'm not even saying Selena should have her in every single road campaign.
Yeah.
Or no, rare campaign.
Damn.
Sorry.
That was a slip up.
She should be in every rare campaign. Like, she should be a movie star. Like, to do something so selfless and so scary. Like,
yeah, I remember her on like a award show being like, she saved my life, like crying for her.
No, put her in a rare campaign.
Yeah. What happened? Why do they have a falling out? I think wasn't the falling out because like
they say that they didn't have a falling out though.
Oh, okay. I heard a thing about how like she was like she doesn't take care of her body, like she's drinking with my kidney. Or something like that.
I'd be pissed too, probably.
I'd be really pissed if I give someone a kidney and I saw them putting down margaritas. I'd be like, bitch, listen, that's my kidney.
That's my kidney.
Right?
Give it back.
Give that back now.
So, like, you know how, like, when you are married, like, and what is the rule about giving back the ring? What about, like, when your friendship breaks up? Do you have to give back the kidney?
Yeah, I would ask for it back. I would.
Give me that kidney back.
Oh, my, yeah, hey. We're doing scheduled surgery. All right, I want that shit back. Put all my stuff in a box with my kidney on ice. Yeah. All right? Give it back to me.
Should we do the questions?
Yeah. So we're going to do a new segment on No Thanks We're Good called Questions. It's a terrible name.
So it's like it's something that no other podcast is doing.
No one's ever done it. But what should we make a little jingle for it?
5, 6, 7, 8. Questions. Ask your questions. Yeah. That was good.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. All right. That's to avoid copyrights. Go ahead.
You can DM your questions, by the way.
Yeah. Also, if you do have questions for us, we will answer them on the pod. Let's start with the first question.
Okay. Would you rather have your ex move on with someone who looks like you or looks different?
So this is like, if your ex moved on, would you want them to be dating another tall blonde guy, or would you rather if they like dated like, you know,
well, my ex is
Asian guy?
My ex is dating a woman now.
Do they look like you?
We have the same haircut.
Does she look like Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah, we have the same haircut. So,
and do you like
honestly,
that?
I think it would be kind of like funny to have your ex date a guy that looks just like that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'd like want to. We could like hang out.
So
you know?
I'm fine if you date someone who looks like me, as long as they're not as hot as me.
Oh, okay.
My ex is doing that.
You want it to be a downgrade.
Yeah, because if they date someone that's you but hotter.
Yeah. No, I hope it's a Costco version of me.
Yes.
If they're dating
Walmart
version of me. Yeah. I want a shittier version of me. That'd be good. I think, I don't know. I mean, if they date someone different, usually that's what happens though. Most people don't date someone that looks like you. They usually date someone completely different.
Now, the worst thing that they could do, obviously, is date a famous person.
Yeah.
If your girlfriend starts dating John Mayer.
Not good. Not good.
But what's even worse than that is if they become famous themselves.
Yeah.
And then you have to be like,
God, what is...
Oh, I broke up with...
Yeah, and then you have to be that person at the party when they bring up that person, you go, I actually used to date them, and everyone's just like, really?
And by the way, you'll be doing that forever, because you know how many kids on TikTok are like, my mom used to date whoever.
Yeah.
Like, that's your legacy.
Yeah.
How would you feel if one of your exes was famous? Would you feel kind of cheated, or would you feel like would you?
I mean, I would just definitely like look for slander against them anywhere I could.
Of course.
I'd search the name on Twitter.
Reddit. I'd be on all the Reddits.
I would just find everything, and like that would just be like, yeah, they are fucking bad. Like, you know, I also would talk shit about them all the time and wouldn't disclose that I dated them. You know what I mean?
You're like, they just give me a bad vibe.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I just have bad vibes about them. I don't know. Maybe something they said or did, or like what they got me for my birthday. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
maybe the fact that they like flirted with my best friend.
Yeah, like, I don't know. They just seem evil, you know.
Yeah, but the worst thing that you can do is move on. Obviously, with someone's friend, like that's fucked up.
I don't know. Like sometimes I see people dating, and then I just see a vibe between the girlfriend and then the boyfriend's best friend.
Yeah,
that's just so much better. I'm like, it just sucks that like
we can't do this.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it just sucks that you picked the wrong one, and now you can never have that one because they're too close. Personally, I think that we all could be a little bit more mature, and like because it just feels like I hate when people are like, you dated this person, therefore they're off limits for the rest of their life. If you know me, you know what I mean.
Your next move is someone in the friend circle, and it's your soulmate.
Yeah,
we all as a group have to be like,
you got to go for it.
I mean, that's their soulmate.
Yeah,
and you have to understand, like, you know what? That's your soulmate.
It also depends, though, because if the girl is dumping the guy to go with the guy's best friend, that's a toxic move. But if the relationship is, like, falling apart and both sides are like, this is not working.
I think usually the relationship's falling apart, but one person has to break up.
That's right.
No, I think usually what happens is that the relationship's falling apart, but one person is not recognizing it.
And one person has to initiate it.
Yeah, and I think usually, and maybe I'm wrong,
yeah,
but I feel like the girls are like, you're not giving me what I need, and the guy doesn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's very common.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common too.
Or I feel like guys, at least in my experience, like my last relationship it was bad, but I just was like all about keeping it together.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
I think sometimes when you're younger, you feel like
you just like, I need to have this. It was like afterwards, I'm just like, oh, that was like the worst.
Oh, that
was like one of the worst, like top worst relationships in this university. Like I'm like, it was really bad.
At the school?
Yeah. I was like, she got arrested for drunk driving while we were I mean, that's
sounds fun.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
What are the worst and best months to be born?
Let's start with the worst.
The worst is December, obviously.
Yeah. December is real tough. I honestly, when people tell me that they have a December birthday, I go, I'm like, as if someone died. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Your birthday is gonna upstage Jesus Christ's birthday. It's not gonna happen.
Not to mention like just so many, like you have New Year's, you have Christmas Eve, Hanukkah, other holidays,
and there's so many Christmas parties happening.
World's AIDS Day.
No one can take time off for your birthday.
I know. And then also, you know what happens? Your birthday gift gets condensed into a Christmas gift,
and it's always less money.
Yeah, it's always less. You get fucked over.
Totally fucked over.
Totally fucked over. Now, okay, I have another month that I think is honestly pretty bad. I think a summer birthday as a kid really sucked.
Yes.
As a kid sucked. I honestly think July is not a great month to have a birthday.
I agree. July is not a great month to have
I actually have a friend who is born on July 4th.
That sucks.
It's the worst birthday.
Once again, you think your birthday is going to upstage
America?
Good
luck. Not happening. No one's going to be around for your birthday party.
I think late August is bad too. Like
late August.
We're about to go back to school.
Maybe early September.
9/11.
A girl up the block from me growing up, her birthday was September 10th. Really dodged a bullet there.
Really dodged the building there.
Yeah, really dodged a building. Yeah.
That's tough. That's so tough.
I also just think like generally like January, February is pretty bad months to have a birthday. There's
only a few good months.
There's really only a few good months to have a birthday.
I think November honestly is even a kind of a bad month.
What do you think the best month to have a birthday is?
Okay, I think early fall's good. I think spring, best time of year.
So my birthday's in April, so I have a spring birthday, and I will say April is a good time to have a birthday. The only problem is it's not warm enough to wear your birthday outfit.
That's
and a lot of times it rains.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the birthday outfit, it's really not the best.
My birthday is early June. I honestly think that I have one of the best birthdays like you could have. Early June, it's like a little warm.
Yeah, but aren't people out of school in June?
No. School typically ends, at least up here, in like mid-June.
Okay, then I'm going to go with May.
Okay,
Late
May. May's a great month. May might be the month.
But the other problem is so many people have birthdays in May that it's like, what if you have your birthday party on the same day as someone else's birthday party and you're not as popular as that person?
A lot of competition in those months.
Okay, so we're approaching wedding season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? What do you think the worst month to have a wedding is?
It depends on if your wedding is inside or outside. Because if your wedding is outside, spring wedding, that seems lovely. But if your wedding is outside, allergies, rain, they say it's good luck, but really it's a mess.
Yeah.
So spring isn't good for that. Summer, too hot.
Yeah.
Too hot.
I don't like a summer wedding. I gotta wear all that clothing and sweat.
So I'm kind of coming to the conclusion, all the months are bad months to
Yeah,
have a
it's
wedding.
kind of like just don't have a wedding.
Maybe don't have a wedding.
Yeah. Fall's bad because it's like, well, what if my team's playing? What if I miss a game?
What
you know,
if it-
like now I gotta be at your wedding. Like, I love you so much. Oh, fucking make a field goal. You know, like I have to be on the side.
Winter, there's too many
watching on my phone.
holidays. There's too many holidays in winter.
Yeah, you can't do it in winter. It's already busy. You gotta shop. Now you gotta go to a wedding.
And you're shelling
they're
out so much
expensive.
cash during
Yeah.
the winter.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe September 11th is the best day to have a wedding.
September
honestly.
11th and New Year's Eve, the only
Only
times.
days you should have a
only times
wedding.
you should have a wedding.
January 6th.
January 6th.
January 6th. January
Those are the
6th.
only days.
Those are the 3 days you could have a wedding.
Change the perception.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, let's take back the narrative.
Do you think people that like?
I'm storming the altar.
Yeah.
And you could get the January 6th choir to sing at the wedding.
But yeah.
Do you think like it's even an option to get married on those days?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. No, actually, I know people that have considered getting married on 9/11.
It's probably so cheap.
So
It's cheap.
What are
At
like
first, you're like, we could never, and then you're like, well, we never forget.
but
that's
you
for sure.
but also like you would save $40,000.
Exactly. You look at the charts, like if we did it just a day later, it would cost us an extra $50,000.
Literally Christmas with the Cranks when they're like
Yeah.
we would save $15,000 if we didn't.
Yeah.
My other thought is there's some etiquette about throwing a wedding, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not doing a wedding, unless it's like a holiday weekend, if you're not doing a wedding on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday's okay. But it just, to me, weddings have to be on a Friday, Saturday. If you're not doing it on those 2 days, you're saving money. I mean, a Monday wedding would be insane, but probably extremely cheap, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, part of me, though, people are not doing big weddings anymore. Everyone's trying to scale down.
I think that's perfectly
Which I
fine.
kind of like. I mean, we went to a wedding that was catered by Chipotle.
We did go to a
We
wedding.
went to a wedding that was catered by Chipotle,
And it was lovely.
And it was inside of a
Greenhouse.
a greenhouse, but not a greenhouse on like a manor. Literally,
an actual greenhouse.
like a place you go to buy potting soil.
Like Chris couldn't stand up fully in the
couldn't
greenhouse.
like it was like
He had to
a
constantly
side of the road, like plant sanctuary that you go and you buy like mums during fall.
Like, have you ever
know?
been to like Plant Shed, the coffee shop? That's
Yeah.
like you can
It
also
was-
buy like flowers at.
Yeah.
It was basically that.
Yeah, there was a ficus next to the altar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
But I think Friday, Saturday are fine. Sunday, if it's a second or third marriage, I'll accept it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
it's just
understand.
like, we're not going to invest a lot in this.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
done this twice already, you know.
Do you guys have any deal breakers on first dates?
Deal breakers for me on a first date: chewing with your mouth open, loudly smacking them
Yeah.
lips,
That's tough.
food flying everywhere. I'm dodging it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Second, you're on your phone too much.
That's
You're
never
scrolling
good.
TikTok. You're playing games. Candy Crush. Can't have that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, what about like drinking a little bit too much?
Drinking a little too much is rough.
Yeah. Or just being like getting too drunk. I've been on dates where the girl has gotten too drunk before.
I feel like this is a common thing because people try.
They get nervous.
They get nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's always like not a good sign if they're like just getting sloppy on the first date.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever been on a first date and someone started shit talking someone and you're like, or something, and you're like, I know them, or something like that?
No, I've been on one though that the girl was like literally just broke up with her ex, and the whole date we were just shitting on her ex. And then
Did you end up going on a second date?
we went on a second date, and then the third date I texted her and she was like, "Hey, I got back together with
Oh
him."
my god.
I was like, "Okay, best of luck to you." I mean, we just spent 3 hours shit talking him.
No opinions. I don't like no opinions.
Oh,
Hey, what kind of music do you like? I don't really listen to music. Hey, what do you think of our current president? I don't really have an opinion.
yeah,
Have an opinion.
Yeah.
Have a hot take.
yeah. You kind of have to like come in with a personality,
Come on with the
not
president.
not having nothing. to
Looking
say.
nothing like your photos.
Yeah, that's very common. Looking nothing like your photos.
Yeah, getting catfished.
Getting catfish is common.
Ordering off of the kids' menu.
Yeah.
Picky eater.
What about just being late?
Being late is huge.
Yeah. But really late.
Yeah, really late without a good excuse.
Yeah. I think men should have to pay for the first date, but like maybe even a few dates after that. But like at some point, I think it'd be nice for the girl to at least offer to pay.
So
do the fake thing where you go, and then you never really get it off. You know?
Always offer to pay on the first date. Always offer to split it. The problem is you take me up on it. You should know that is just so you know that is all. That's just being polite.
Yeah, that's just showing that you're a good person.
Yeah.
But a man should never take up.
You should never take me up on that. I may offer it.
Yeah.
Never take me up on that. Same if I offer you a kidney. You need a kidney? You can have mine. Don't take me up on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
It's like when you get invited to a party in passing, like, hey, I'm having a party, come over. I have to get invited again.
Yeah. Or if someone goes, hey, you can stay at my place anytime, and then they want to stay at your place.
What? I didn't mean that.
What the hell are you talking about? You psycho?
Yeah. Hey, you want to take a bite of my food? And they do.
What's
just
wrong with these
being
people?
nice.
Yeah.
You're taking me at my word. You're an animal.
Yeah.
You're an animal. Did your mom not teach you better?
Yeah.
I'm not like opposed to like sleeping with the guy on the first date, but here's where I'm scared. The position he wants to. No, wait, I don't want to.
If we've known each other for 8 hours and you're bringing out props,
I'm a little hesitant.
We're not there yet.
No.
But yeah, no. I think that's fair. I think like also like before that even like we're gonna kiss to leave. If you're grabbing my boob, like.
Does that happen?
Chill out.
Does that happen?
Chill out. Okay. My friend's brother, he was handsome. He played football in college at a good school. Yeah. Did he look like he had 0 brain cells? Of course.
Yeah, the CT is taking full effect.
She's like, my brother has a crush on you. I'm like,
okay.
He looks like he could bench press me.
Yeah.
Let's go on a date.
Sure.
He's extremely late. Extremely.
Yeah, but that's just because he can't read a clock.
Yeah. Picks me up. We go to the movies.
Yeah.
We're chatting. He does. This is my number 1 red flag on a first date. Yeah, I'm a linebacker. Do you know what that is? If I'm telling you, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do know. Like, my cousin played in the NFL. Like, I'm not an idiot. I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
Like, any type of like first date thing where it's like, oh, you're
dumb. Yeah.
You're into Sabrina Carpenter. Name 3 songs. Which, by the way, women need to start doing that back at men.
Yeah.
Like, if they're like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you paint your nails? Name 3 salons where they have workers that are chained to radiators who are forced to do your nails.
Oh, you're vegan? Name 3 Boy Genius songs.
Yeah.
We need to start doing that back at men. Because that's like, actually, if you do that on a date, like, it's over. You know? We're not vibing. Mm-hmm. We watched a movie, and I can't remember what movie it was. It was at the movie theater. I want to go home. He's like, let's go get dessert. I'm like, I want to go home. We go through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Nice.
Oh, guess what? Ice cream machine's down.
Of course.
He parks the car.
Conspiracy theory.
I'm pretty sure he goes for my boob before he even goes to kiss me. And I was literally like,
God.
Can you just take me home?
Well, that's because...
I was like, can you just take me? And the like gall to go hand
first.
Take me home, buddy.
Maybe his depth perception's a little bit off because he's been hitting the head so many times.
Yes.
Maybe, but also that's
he was trying to go for your cheek.
But also, to be fair, that's a very football move.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you're taught to block, you got to be in an athletic position. So he was going in for a kiss, but he naturally just went for that, you know.
Yeah, this was his football training.
That was his football move, is that he went in like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Did he come up from a 3-point stance? Did he explode into your boobs with his hands? He was trying to wrap you up, bring you to the ground, okay?
Oh, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I'm like, ugh, no second date. But then he doesn't text you either, and you're like, oh. I figured like, oh, well, I'm going to turn him down. And no, he wasn't even interested.
What do you think are the worst places to be taken on a first date?
Worst places to be taken on a first date? I think any kind of sad museum, a Holocaust museum.
Yeah. I think actually movie theater is like a really bad date.
Because you don't talk?
You don't talk at all for like 2.5 hours. I think bowling is fun, but you also like can't talk during bowling because one of you is going to be bowling. You know what I mean?
A concert's a terrible first date. awkward.
No, a concert's a good date if both of you are kind of like not crazy fans of the artist. Because if you go on a concert date and one person's like a mega fan, the other person's just kind of like, yeah, kind of like their music, it's just not an equal experience. One person's way too into it and they don't want to talk. They want to listen to the songs. But if you're both kind of like, yeah, we enjoy this, but like we can like talk during it. You know what I mean? What's another bad one?
Cut it out with the axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
Cut it out.
What about like the barcade or like the bar?
I don't hate a barcade.
Or the bar with like the ski.
No, I love Dave and Buster's. I love all that stuff.
Dave Buster's good date.
Cut it out with the axe throwing. That's a great first date if we're lesbians.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I might be.
Yeah.
If you don't cut it out with the axe throwing.
No more lesbian dates. No more axe throwing. No more WNBA games.
Yeah, actually, it would kind of be amazing to be taken to a WNBA game. I think a sporting event's
a good date,
but only if the person's sporty. Because if the girl's not into sports, like.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like, go to a baseball game. I mean, like, most people are there just talking anyway. You want something that you can, like, enjoy, but not have to, like, fully be involved in.
So, say you go to a baseball game. Things are going great. It's amazing. She hands you her phone and goes, "Can you take some pictures of me?"
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, I've been on many dates where I've taken photos of girls and that they put one time. Okay, I used to be really into like Polaroid pictures.
You took one of her?
And I like had one in my backpack and I took one of her of this girl I wanted to date on and she like put it on her story or she put it on her Instagram and like never texted me back.
So you're down to be like an Instagram date?
I've done it. I've taken pictures of people and they've put it on their Instagram.
Did she keep the Polaroid or did you keep the Polaroid?
I gave it to her, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Why would I keep it? What am I, a serial killer?
Yeah.
Just collecting pictures of women?
Yeah, that sucks that she didn't text you back. I do think, like, I will say, I think it's kind of crazy to ask your date to take photos of you, but I'm also like, I love a girl hustling.
Yeah.
Keep hustling,
And also, it's like, I don't know if I'll ever fucking see you again, but this is a good view.
Yeah, this is a great pic.
And this is good lighting. You can't never waste good lighting.
I have a qualm.
Sure.
What's up with these men not making it clear if it's a date or not? I would never show up at a date with a backpack. I would never do that. But I have because I didn't know it was a date.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You said, "Hey, I want to catch up."
You
said, "Hey, I want to catch up.
Yeah.
Let's go get a coffee." "Hey, see, you're in the neighborhood. Let's catch up. I want to get a coffee." So I show up with a backpack.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a button down?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
You know what I think
and I'm embarrassed.
You know what I think it is? I think because if men were to ask you out on a date, they're signifying that they're into you.
God forbid.
And then... But that also opens the door to you having to make a decision as to whether you're welcoming that or not. But if it's just kind of like, let's hang, you're not going to say no to hanging because, like, it's friendly or whatever. It's, like, vague. But if I go, I'm sexually interested in you, can I go on a date with you? I'm obviously not saying it like that. But, like, to say, can I go on a date with you is basically saying, I find you attractive and I want to get to know you more. And that kind of, you need to make a decision as to whether you want me or not. Like, kind of right then and there.
But we're still going to get down to that avenue, and here I am with a backpack on our date.
Yeah, but I think men think that they can Trojan their horse way into women, quite literally.
Yeah.
Where they go, we're friends. And then they, do a heel turn on you.
You guys, they have to stop doing that.
I know.
That's, like, actually one of the worst attributes about them.
It's kind of a good strategy, though. It's worked.
It has worked.
Many times.
It does work, but it always ends in resentment.
Yeah, it does end in resentment.
I think at a certain age, you have to switch to a tote bag.
Instead of a backpack?
Yeah.
Oh, this is at me. It's interesting what you're talking about. I do understand what you're saying. At a certain age, maybe you do need to retire the backpack. Maybe you do need to get a tote bag. Make me feel more of a lady.
Yeah.
What do men do, though? Take a briefcase?
Yeah.
I'm trying
So you expect these men to walk into Barstool Sports with a briefcase?
Well, the men at Barstool Sports... They just show up with some change in their pocket.
Yeah, they do.
They show up with a stick and bindle.
Yeah, they do.
And a selfie stick.
Yeah, they do.
Barstool Sports is a different situation.
Yeah.
But these men on Wall Street.
I have like a cutie pie backpack.
Does such a thing exist?
No, I do feel you because my tote bag that I carry around, if you guys are familiar, it's like a woven like grandma couch bag with dogs and cats on it.
Yeah.
I think it's really cute, but I have thought maybe I need to upgrade to like a nice like leather tote bag, which is what Genevieve, a real lady, has.
Yeah.
Like, is a backpack more comfortable? Yeah. But that's just not how the world works.
No, that's not how the world works. You have to have back pain.
Yeah.
You have to be one-sided. You have to be lopsided.
Yeah.
what's been keeping me up at night is the question, what letter do you think would get paid the most?
If like the letters all had a salary at the alphabet?
I think quite obviously it would be the vowels.
Yeah, vowels are the top earners for sure.
The only thing there is sometimes why I would be pissed that sometimes I make more money, sometimes I don't. Kind of a freelancer.
Out of all the vowels, like that's the one that has just not been getting the raise. They've been going. We'll see. Next quarter, we'll give you the raise.
Probably like a freelancer, 1099. Wise taxes are a mess.
Yeah, I think consonants. Who'd get paid a lot of the consonants? I have to think.
Definitely S and T.
Oh, S and T.
Yeah,
those are some big performers.
I do think
C.
LMNOP have unionized.
Yeah,
LMNOP
are
unionized.
They're their own little department at the alphabet.
And then I believe Q and U are also a pair, but Q's been trying to get rid of U for years.
I think it's their way around.
You think U's trying to get rid of Q?
I think at it when Q and U, I think U. First of all, U can stand on its own.
It's a vowel.
Yes, but you can like do stuff. You can go out there and be its own thing, right? But Q can't exist without U. Q can't stand alone.
Q is arguably the biggest letter.
It's the biggest letter and
it can roll them down.
Honestly,
mow them down.
Biggest liability on the payroll. Q.
I do think X must be a nepo baby. Because
Yeah,
X barely works.
X gets a lot of like abbreviations. You know, like it gets thrown in there a lot. It's like a letter that's like not actually a letter. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like thrown in there. It's also a symbol too.
It's kind of a symbol.
X is getting a lot of side work.
Yeah, X is. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So then maybe the nepo baby is like Z or something.
But everyone loves Z.
People do love
Z.
Of course. Z's a fan favorite. Z could be underperforming for years, and people are still going to love Z.
Z's a personality hire.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well,
I think A is CEO.
Yes.
CEO.
CEO. Yeah, A is definitely a she.
I think A makes the most money.
A definitely makes the
most money.
A
is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Where the little letters, like, you know.
I have to like look.
N.
I have to look.
N is struggling to pay its bills.
Really?
N is struggling to pay its bills. And A's out here being a billionaire?
You think? Yeah, and N gets as much work too. I feel like
N
N gets
works
a lot
just
of work.
as hard as A.
I have to like look at my keyboard.
Just because A is a vowel, it makes way more money. Honestly, like that's where like we need diversity, like DEI, because it's so unfair that A makes just because A is a vowel. Vowel privilege.
I think we can get rid of a few letters if I'm being honest out of the alphabet. We got a couple like repeaters that are like literally have the same job, like
UW.
No,
that's crazy.
C and K.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
C and K are like, we don't need both of you. That's just preference of style. Like we need one of them to take over. Kind can be C-I-N-D.
We obviously are keeping C.
Yeah. No, C's the winner.
C's the winner.
And also G and J are two.
We don't need J.
We don't need J either.
We really don't need J.
We don't need these letters. Like what? They both make the J noise, right?
Yeah, we don't need J.
It's just kind of preference.
But the problem with K is like K is kind of like, and it's funny because it doesn't start with K, but K is kind of cunt. Even though it doesn't even start with K.
But also saying cunt with a K is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is fun.
If it wasn't for the Kardashians, K would be out of a job.
Yeah, K wouldn't get much.
I mean, it's crazy that W hasn't been hit with a lawsuit. UW, like that's crazy. Like
you know, my biggest problem with W
should be hit
is
with like a cease and like you just stole my freaking name.
Do you know what my biggest problem with W is? It's W, but it's double V's. Okay, I think that's kind of all we have for this week.
That's all we have for this week, guys.
Yeah.
Please come out to shows. I'm doing Chicago the 29th this week, Toronto the 30th this week, Pittsburgh June 7th, Philly June 8th, June 19th, Minneapolis, June 21st, Milwaukee, and June 22nd, Detroit.
Yeah, and I'm on Long Island June 13th and 14th. I'm in LA on June 26th and Austin July 17th, Boston July 26th. I'm not even sure if I really gotta like get those dates down. It's like the third episode where I don't even know if those dates.
Yeah,
are
you gotta get them on your phone.
Just like go if you're gonna like go buy tickets to my show, you will go and see what day it is.
Yeah. It's links are in bio.
Definitely do that. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate all of our listeners. We appreciate everyone who comments and messages us and tells us that they're listening to the podcast. All the people we've met in person that say they listen to the podcast.
We love you all.
We love you all. Keep listening. We will see you guys next week.